So, I don't know about you guys, but I had a hectic summer. I attended a lot of concerts, basking in the cacophony of the music, going to a lot of food festivals, eating a lot of food, attending lots of parties. But the highlight of my summer was that I got to spend quality time with my 6-year-old niece and nephew, who flew in all the way from Nigeria to spend time with me. I take auntie duty very seriously. And so I set out to curate a summer that they would never forget. We had fun-filled trips to the parks, trips to the aquarium, to the zoo. They had a blast. And on calm days, I made sure we took walks just to people watch and to talk. And it was on one of these walks, my niece told me that she would want to learn how to roller skate because they had never roller skated before. So I jumped into action, scheduled them for skating lessons, and they were ready. On day one, fully kitted, we got to the rink, and my nephew, a very eager young boy, wanted to show off the skills that he did not have. And he got onto this rink and attempted to run. My word, he was in for a surprise. He realized that day that roller skates and sneakers were totally different types of footwear. My niece, on the other hand, more cautious, wanted to just watch people and understand and grasp the techniques of skating. So she didn't want to go on the rink. But thankfully, they did have instructors who were able to show them the techniques of how to balance, how to move, how to stop, but most importantly, how to fall safely. And after the fundamentals were set, they got into the rink and they went on for their drills. I was in for a surprise. I have never seen people fall down so much. I stopped counting at like fall number 55. And it continued on and on. But what surprised me was that every time they fell, they got up. They did not cry. And it was amazing to see that with every time they fell, they were very frustrated. But as I saw the frustration in their eyes, I also saw a determination to stand up. And stand up they did. At the end of that day, they got home, body aching, bruises all over. They thanked me for a beautiful outing. But they said, could we go again tomorrow? And I was like, children. And every other day in their entire trip, we went back to that rink for them to skate. And as they went back skating, they got better and they got better. And I could not but be inspired by their resilience and their excitement to learn how to skate. As I watched them, I couldn't help but contrast it with how I am and many adults are when we encounter obstacles. It becomes hard, we put it aside, we move on to the next thing. Let me let you in on a little secret. In 2020, I bought skates during the pandemic. I wanted to learn. I had never learned. But as I wore my skates that first day and got on that rink, I fell so hard, I put those skates back in the box, never to be seen again. And I couldn't help but think about some of the things and the characteristics that my niece and nephew displayed that I could have imbibed to be able to learn how to skate. And I think that we as adults could also remember. The first one is get an instructor. If you don't know how to do something, you can reach out to a mentor or a peer who's knowledgeable in that skill that you're interested in. You want to play soccer, you want to learn the piano, and they will be able to guide you on the basics to learn. The beauty about these types of resources is that they are no longer only physical. There are now digital resources that we can leverage in form of YouTube, Coursera, to learn the skill that we want to learn. But that's the first step. Learning is the first step. We have to then apply what it is that you learned. You have to get on that rink. You can watch 100 videos of knitting on YouTube, but unless you get the 2 pins and the yarn to make your first stitch, you do not know how to knit. And the last one is more of a reminder, is that falling is a part of life. You will fall, but it's not about falling, but it's about standing up. Every time my niece and nephew fell, they got up and they went at it. But what they also did was think about ways that they could overcome that problem. So as adults, I think we also need to take a couple of steps back. Think about the mistakes we made, what strategies that we could have done to overcome it, and also then build that muscle. So I did bring out my skates. I did go back to the rink. I did pay for an instructor. And I've promised myself that I'm not leaving that rink until I learn how to spin. So wish me luck. Wait, not done. Fellow Toastmasters, is there a job that you are interested in, or a skill or a hobby that you want to do? I encourage you today to bring it back to the front of your mind. Drown out the cacophony of doubt and make sure that you build that resilience and you continue to learn and grow till you are an expert at it. Thank you.